Why no pads today?
You got me. You know what? I thought we've practiced really well, and one of the things that we're trying to do is stay up and practice and take care of one another. And I think trying to learn how to practice at a game speed but staying up is important, and we can do that in shorts, you know, with shoulder pads. So we're going to do a lot of it in camp. It's something we talked about a lot over the summer as a staff, so we're sticking with it. And the heat's got something to do with it as well. I mean, it's pretty hot out here. We want to keep it fresh, and we haven't had to cut back in practice. Sometimes when it gets this hot, you got to cut back. But so probably a combination of both those things.
You said you were resting Darius yesterday. Sat him out.
He's developed a little bit of a hamstring. So we plan on resting him some throughout camp, but this one he went back and he tweaked a little bit, so we decided to hold him. And we're going to, I don't know what, hold him probably for a couple of days now.
Too many injuries over the last couple of years. Is that also another reason?
No question about it. No question about it. You know, we're just going. You know, we want to be smart about it. And the thing is, I think this group understands how to practice hard, and this group understands what it takes to play and the tempo it takes. And so we feel like we can, you know, get the things done we need to by staying up and trying to take care of one another a little bit. But we still got to have the intensity that it takes to play at this level. But that's, you know, part of the decision that we've made, you know, in the off season as well.
You obviously had some tough news to deliver to the guys.
Yes. Well, that's very difficult. You never want to be in a situation like that, and you know, like I said in my release, we certainly are praying for their family and what they've gone through, and really all the families that you know, are suffering right now. It's a very tough situation.
How did you guys find out? I guess
you know, I mean, there was a series of phone calls that took place starting early yesterday morning.
You played against him, right?
Yeah, I did.
You ever anything about Bill or anything?
Yeah, he was a really good football player. Big, you know, strong guy. We had a great rivalry at that time. It was before, I don't know when Evansville dropped football, but they were one of the, you know, we were in the old Indiana Collegiate Conference, and we were probably, you know, arguably the two best teams in the league during that period of time, so we had some great games with him.
Yeah, we talked to Paul and, you know.
Yeah, he's, you know, it's tough.
Last year there was a lot of inexperience at the D tackle position. How different has it been throughout camp so far?
Much better. You know, having four guys that have played like that, and Raplogo, you know, we've kind of bounced him back and forth. You know, he's played the end, he's played the tackle, and you know, he's a good enough athlete that he can do both. But it really doesn't make a difference. Now the problem is we don't have as much depth at that position, because really running, you know, threes and into the twos now are a couple freshmen. So in that sense, there's not as much depth, but the quality of the first four are pretty good.
How do you think they're adapting to the 3-4?
Good. You know, we've talked about it. You know, we've kind of approached this camp different with this group because they're really locked in, and we thought they were in the spring. So we've thrown a lot at them. More, you know, we're 6 practices into it, and we've put more offense and more defense in it than I can ever remember in 6 practices. In the past, we've probably gone pretty slow, where we've been very, you know, put a couple things in offensively, and you know, maybe one thing on defense, and practice it for a few days and then the next. But we've really thrown everything at them, and you know, you kind of have to see each group's a little bit different, but we've really handled it pretty well. So overall, you know, I think the adjustment between the 4-3 and 3-4 has been very good. You know, where we're doing a little bit different with our blitz package this year. So as a result, that takes some coordination, not only with the blitzers, but the coverage behind it. So you know, that's why we threw it all in, because we wanted to get into the blitzes early. You know, we didn't do as much in the spring. So I'd say that's probably been the biggest adjustment.
You mentioned Adam Raplogo. How's Tyler doing as
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's locked in. You know, he's such a hard worker. He's intense. He knows it's his last year, and he's really good. And it's fun having both out there. You know, they're different guys, really. You know, I mean, they're both very, very good football players and very intense. But you know, they got different personalities, like all brothers, and so it's kind of fun to see them interact out there. I'll tell you, Jeff Thomas has added something in there too. Because the maturity he has, not here, but in terms of his age and how excited he is to be playing Big Ten football. So I think he and Tyler in the middle there, along with Leon Beckham, we've got some pretty good middle linebackers. Okay.